Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He cuts it right sideline. There's room to run. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
And they send a man in motion.
Set.
Herbert on first down. Hits his running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Home troops right. Ray. Go. Set.
2nd and 4. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Baylor tight.
And the Chargers first down.
Let's go. Hey, go Lion.
Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
All right, Brock, here it is again. The tackle's heading out really wide. It's going to be 2nd down for the Emery and Henry formation. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Throwing now, Herbert. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Set.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And he drives this forward to the 6. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dicker on now for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Second half starts with a run by Williams. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Then he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Set. Baylor Tiger. Set.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Finds McConkey. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Set. Set.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. That's complete right side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. The throw is caught. He breaks the tackle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Set. Green hut.
Herbert from the gun. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Broncos football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set. Go, Reed. Go. Ready.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Go.
From the 37. Throwing deep for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
They kick the running back in motion. Williams gets the 1st and still running. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're 1st. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
From the gun, a give to Brown. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 6-yard loss on the play.
3rd and goal, here's Nix. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
59, 59.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. First and 10, Herbert. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Chargers nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And he's brought down at the line.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Now Herbert to throw. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Crowd right. Go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This one's caught. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Chargers take this one on the road. And And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.